Chapter 4. Heart. Bike riding and screwing my girlfriend becomes routine. So does my early library visits. I down the second protein shake before entering. I'm so certain Grayson is inside. My standing arm hairs and pounding heart warns me. Just as before, he's in the sofa chair reading. I'm able to make out the title since its bold font. The blue words read, Plastic Ocean. The cover contains a duck swimming in water full of waste. Human trash. It's interesting that he's reading about that. A non-fiction awareness book. His blue eyes land on mine. I notice a glare of annoyance in them. Grayson is mad at me. I know why. I should explain myself. I scan the library, no one else is here yet. The rows of bookshelves are clear, so are the computers. My self-confidence builds just enough to apologize. I'm sorry. I tried to call but you're playing me. Why show interest if you're just going to blow me off? I sense the pure rage in his sweet voice. He wants to shout but is too paranoid someone will hear him. So he hisses out the words. I'm gutted. My tough exterior slips. My face contort in anguish. I'm not playing a game or blowing you off. Seems like you are. I couldn't call. I tried. What stopped you? If you wanted to, we wouldn't be arguing. My life is too complicated. I think we should only talk at school. He scoffs. His beautiful Ken doll appearance is riddled with fury. Gorgeous fury. I should have left you alone. I didn't share my secret to be ignored. Grayson slams down the book, rattling the table so bad that it wobbles. He stands, evil eyeing me before stomping off. I sigh and massage my temples. There's too much going on in my world. I didn't lead him on. I was curious, attracted like a moth to a flame of self-discovery. I'm longing to explore a relationship with him, while being too frightened of judgment. He should understand. He's Strygent king. His reputation is higher than mine, meaning the risks are far worse. He'll lose everything just as I would. My world is flipping upside down. The constraints placed on my soul to be a traditional man. When I'm just a boy, why am I ordered to grow up so fast? Why can't I be young, dumb, and in love? Why am I the subject of an arranged marriage at the age of 15? An unfair rule of the world is boys being told to man up. Girls are never forced to woman up. I envy their freedom. Maybe in another lifetime I dialed his number. An alternate universe free of rules and taboos. The new week kicks off with homecoming themes. Spirit Week. Today is wear a hero graphic t-shirt. I chose Danny Phantom from Nickelodeon, since he's my childhood favorite. He's not a glorified hero, but he's super to me. The character always reminded me of myself. As a kid, I played make-believe in my room, acting along with the episodes. I was a fanboy. Cindy chose Wonder Woman. My brothers are Wolverine from the X-Men. They argue about who's the copycat. I zone them out in gym as we run drills. Why can't they agree that they both love the character? No one's a copycat. Lunch is paved by teens in colorful tops that boast their favorite heroes. Spider-Man, Superman, Legolas. Gandalf. Luke Skywalker. Yoda. He-Man. Sub-Zero. Scorpion. There's nerdy pride everywhere. Kim, who never interacts with us at school, sports a She-Hulk dress. Of course she has to stand out from everyone else. Her crew of popular girls gush over the color theme. Pink, green, and white. She-Hulk's face is made of paint splatter designs. She's the queen bee of the table. She stands to show off the dress as if a model. The whole table applauds her. Lil Sis is in her own world. Tom cracks, passing me in the lunch line. As usual, I remark. Cindy adds spinach to her tuna wrap, then goes forward for bell peppers. All baby girls live in their own world. I remember being the princess before my sisters came along. That's something I don't have to worry about. I'm forever my mom's little prince. Your folks could have another kid. I shake my head. No, I think they're done. Kim was mom's last attempt. She wanted a girl and got it. I add the same meal as hers onto my tray. I have no struggle passing up pizza and corn dogs. I guess 4 kids is enough. She shrugs. Yeah. Have you ever thought about how many you want? Cindy peers up at me. No, I haven't. Well, we're still young. So, she reaches for sliced peaches. There's time to decide. I hide my disinterest with a half smirk. We go to our designated table. We always have it to ourselves. Westlake is a branch of Harvard, meaning the size of the cafeteria is enormous. Enough that people have their own zip codes. Cindy sits close, leaning her shoulder onto mine. How are the piano lessons going? Well, I don't play like I have 2 left feet anymore. I catch a glimpse of Grayson from my peripheral vision. He's stunned with him. Yet his body still shifts my way. Maybe this is unconsciously done. Maybe there's a gravitational pull. Same with me. My eyes had to witness his beauty. They're under a gravitational spell too. The next day is bring your favorite album to school. I choose Linkin Park Minutes to Midnight. Cindy chose Cheetah Girls. Kim displays Ashlee Simpson autobiography as if it's the holy grail. Today I'm relieved that my brothers aren't bickering about being copied. Tom always acts classy as if he's not young. He picked a Frank Sinatra album. Sam walks the hall with M&Ms when I'm gone. Wednesday is dress for a cause. On my way to homeroom, I spot Grayson wearing a shirt prompting the dangers of plastic pollution. The front of the shirt reads, "Clean our waters." The back reads, "Don't drink chemicals." He's an advocate. First the book in the library. Now this. I should start small talk, but our last conversation was too tense. Thursday is pajama day. Me and my siblings skip it. Wearing your sleeping clothes to school is nasty, even if they're clean. Most people's first thought is that you rolled out of bed and came straight to school, which I assume most did, judging by the bed hair. I understand going for the aesthetic, but they could have brushed it. I find it hard to keep up my dislike when I see what he wears. Grayson has no problem walking into the building wearing cowboy pajamas. White and brown with Bugs Bunny in a hat holding a shotgun. The laughter he receives will definitely crown him the winner of the day. Friday, game day. Jersey day. Many of the girls get red numbers painted onto their faces, either of their boyfriend or their crush. Some guys get their arms numbered up. I wonder if I get a number painted on, will that be suspicious? Grayson number is 7. Should I go for it? I head to homeroom with the thought still bothering me. I don't know. I may get caught. Plus Gray wants nothing to do with me. He's pissed off. I think it's over. He thinks I want to keep him a secret, as if I have a choice. If I could, I'd proudly walk hand in hand with him. But I can't. Neither can he. We're trapped in a role of torment. This may be a good thing, a sign, a push in the right direction. Homeroom is full of face painters too. I can't avoid it. Today will be difficult. I want number 7 on my arm. That'll be a great way to apologize. I'm still conflicted. I sit on a window bench and unload my protein shake and notebook. I memorize information for a quiz later. In my concentration, my mind swirls. For once in my life, I want to break free. The number 7 would be a battle cry and an apology. Grayson thinks he's a guilty pleasure, thinks I'm hiding him, when the truth is that I'm conflicted. I didn't mean to hurt him. This isn't simple. Nothing in my life is simple. My parents have scripted my entire future. Every choice, every expectation is theirs. I can't confide in my brothers. Their loyalty to our parents is unshakable. The mere thought of them knowing my truth has my skin crawling. Kim's face would twist in disgust, a dagger to my heart. Cindy's mom planning marriage, while she's wanting a set future with me. It's all a future I never asked for, a mold I refuse to fit into. But today can be different. The choice of painting the number on would be the greatest freedom I've ever had. It's not just about ink. It's a declaration of my secret identity. The air thickens with anticipation as I make my way to get my arm done. I stare at it the whole time the teacher marks the 7 on in red. You must be a part of the bet? I heard it's $100. You must have high hope in number 7. Ms. G, an old woman in a color-splattered apron, states wisely. It's a lucky number, I conclude. It is. It symbolizes good fortune, significance, transformation, and relationships. All moving parts that make life worthwhile. You may win the jackpot. I hope so. I cross my fingers, not for the money but for luck. Please, God, or the universe, give me luck again. Make Grayson forgive me. I take a deep breath. Her hands prepare the bristled brush. A rush of triumph surge my spine. Ms. G dips the brush into the red color. The bristles glide over my skin in smooth strokes. Each one is a step toward a silent liberation. Chapter 5. Liquid Courage. The outside stadium is full capacity. The metal bleachers overflow to the point that majority of the crowd stands. The crisp autumn air livens with possibility. Leaves flutter in vibrant hues of orange and gold, creating a picturesque backdrop for the biggest event of the season. Students are draped in school colors, painted with numbers like me. I settle on the 8th bleacher, standing because there's no room. Hey, Harrison, what's your bet? A guy asks. Word has spread that I've joined in. Should I say $100? Or should I up it to seem like I'm actually invested? That would be a great cover-up for why I really have Grayson's number. $500 that modern day are losers. He and his friends clap it up for me. Hell yeah. All right, quiet boy, we see you. Let's go. A guy with a half-colored chest bellows. I pump my fist as a way to participate in the hype. I know the money is fine. To my parents, it's a trivial sum, a few coins they wouldn't even blink. Plus, they'll write it off as school spirit and something to gloat about with neighbors. Harvard-Westlake versus modern day. First quarter. The kickoff reverberates the stadium. The chilly wind is static. It's so loud that I can barely hear my own thoughts. Grayson is a commanding presence on the field. As he takes the snap, the crowd holds its breath. He scans his perimeter, his blue eyes sharp. The opposing team rushes him, but he sidesteps them all with remarkable agility. The stadium erupts in cheers as he launches the ball ahead. Go, Grayson! Our side of the audience chants, waving the school logo, a Veritas shield. The other side is crickets. They're losing already. Our receiver catches the ball flawlessly. The stands are a frenzy. Second quarter. Modern day adjusts, answering back with a powerful drive led by their quarterback. They score a touchdown, tying the game at 7-7. Whoa! That's freaky. That number can't be a coincidence. Both sides exchange quick possessions. Grayson rallies his team, passing precise throws and executing plays with finesse. But modern day's defense steps up, ending the half at 16-14. The dominance is unmatched. My team shuffle the field for another touchdown, putting Harvard-Westlake ahead 21-14. But modern day is immediate to respond with a long pass, giving an even touchdown. The score is now 21-21. The halftime show cheerleaders perform an intricate routine. Air flips, cartwheels, triple tosses, all while shaking their pom-poms. The pop music shake the concrete. I spot him, Grayson, across the field taking a break on the bench, chugging down Gatorade. We lock eyes. Okay, this is my chance. I can't second guess. I raise my arm, proudly revealing the large number 7. Everything fades away, the frantic crowd, the yelling cheerleaders, even the music. Everything suffices to a muffled silence. A slight smile breaks across his face. His appreciation is felt from the distance. Gray is softer. That's a good sign. The unspoken connection is freaky, yet alluring. Obviously, we can't keep staring. He looks away, same as me. The cheerleaders wrap up their circus routine. Third quarter. This one starts strong, a 10-yard run, followed by a bootleg reminiscent of Mahomes. Smith scrambles right, firing a 25-yard pass to the tight end. Facing a 3rd and 8, Smith evades a stampede as Aaron Rodgers would, delivering a clutch. An 18-yard sideline pass. In the red zone, Gray executes a smooth play, throwing to the receiver for a touchdown. Score 28-22. Fourth quarter. My crush orchestrates a 12-play, 80-yard drive, mixing in runs and quick passes, before threading a 30-yard touchdown. 35-22, The away team boos hard, but they're just jealous. We're taking home the trophy. Our side shout their lungs out. I join in with the fun. We secure the win 35-28. The gymnasium is a festival, red and gold. The smell of pizza, popcorn and punch is inviting. The homecoming dance is here. Cindy is by my side. All eyes seem to fall on her elegant appearance. The stunning emerald gown, inspired by the First Lady. I can't help but feel like a prince beside her. We weave through the crowd. I catch glimpses of my brothers and sister. Tom is already arguing with Sam about who's going to win the next bet. Kim is chatting away with friends, her smile infectious. Roaring cheers come from across the gym. Grayson is hoisted into the air by his teammates, tossed up and down in a frenzy of victory. His handsome face is so joyful. I should go over and congratulate him, but the crowd is thick. Although I think no one will suspect anything. Still, I should keep my distance. Our eye language will out us. I focus on Cindy. We dance to the rhythm of pop songs. I live in the moment, being a normal boy with his girl. I push the thought about Grayson aside. My date and I grab pizza, chatting with friends and soaking in the winter atmosphere. I bump into the guys who lost the bet. I thought Mater Dei had us on lock. One grumbles. Never go against your home, my guy. Another makes fun of him. Fuck you. He shoves him. This starts a scuffle. I shield Cindy, who gasps. The principal, a short guy with hair down his back, pedals over to break them up, waving over security. Walk it off. Outside this instant. His super deep voice is fitting for the fall season. I wonder what he'll be for Halloween. We continue our small talk through the crowd, more like a married couple at a social gathering than a high school dance. I peep the field from a window. Grayson and his mates run in place, in a huddle. I hear them count to 3, then fling their helmets high. Halfway through the night, I excuse myself, slipping outside to the darkening field. Grayson's mates left. Now it's just him patrolling beneath metal bleachers. The stars twinkle overhead. The night air refresh my skin and my oath. Today isn't over yet. I still have time to create one more breakthrough. Just one day of bliss is all I'm asking for. Then tomorrow everything can go back to normal. Grayson steps along the inner field, staring at his feet. He didn't change for the dance. Maybe he doesn't have a date? Why else is he out here alone? He should be partying. I drift his way, trying to seem less like a stalker. But downplaying our linked souls is a waste of time. The magnetic pull wins, that inexplicable invisible force. We find ourselves closing the distance. Words are unnecessary. We communicate through eyesight. I decode a request in his gaze, an unspoken longing. As soon as we're face to face, my breath catches. The world is a distant hum. It's just the two of us beneath the stars. Our lips brush in a hesitant kiss, soft and tentative. The lingering warmth fires me up. I cradle his jaw, drawing him closer, the softness of his skin under my fingertips. Our mouths inch deeper. His kiss is gentle, careful. He's afraid to rush it. So am I. So I match his pace. I cup his face, my thumb brushing his cheek as our lips move in sync, each soft press lingering a little longer. There's urgency with the tenderness. We don't have all the time in the world. We just have a few stolen seconds before reality returns. His hands slide to my waist, pulling me close. We peer at each other through our lashes. The wonder and utter achievement is baptizing. Every heartbeat is an answered prayer, a final acceptance that we're normal, an affirmation, a precious union illuminating our path. A door opens, allowing the music within the gym to flow out. We pull away, pretending that we're walking and talking, although our breathlessness is relentless. I hold my breath, same as him, to calm down. So, I won the bet. I begin. How much did you wage? 500. Shit. What if you lost? I shrug. We happen to have the best quarterback. Bosco and La Salle are tough. Next time I might not be as lucky. Gray downs himself. I'll place the same bet. I cross my fingers. You got this. Hopefully. The gymnasium door closes, blocking out the music. We round the corner where we have a perfect view of the exit. A few teens smoke cigarettes and gossip. We can't get touchy again. It was already risky to kiss. I lower my voice. I'm sorry about not calling. I hope the ink is enough to sway you. I point to the yellow 7 on my arm. It is. He grins. But that might raise suspicion. Not really. I'll say it's good luck charm for the bet. Plus 7 brings fortune. You really thought it through. Yeah. That's part of the role. He stops in his tracks, peeping around all paranoid. We should head back. To avoid rumors. He's right. I wish we could kiss again. But the coast isn't clear. We can't be silly. Reluctantly, he and I return to the rowdy dance. We keep our eyes occupied elsewhere to protect what we have. Although grounds were broken tonight, I'm still as claustrophobic as before. Chapter 6. Hardships. I walk Cindy home, her arm hooked through mine as we stroll down the quiet street. The night air is cool, but it doesn't shake the warmth radiating off her. Her gown rustles softly as she moves. Every now and then, she leans her head against my shoulder like she's supposed to, like this is how it should be. But there's this weight in my chest, this tightness I can't shake. Cindy's perfect, the kind of perfect everyone expects me to be with. And yet, here I am, my mind drifting to him, to our smooch that still lingers like a secret I can't bury. When we reach her doorstep, she turns to me, her eyes sparkling under the streetlight. Tonight was amazing, she says, her voice soft, a hand resting on my chest. I force a smile, nodding. Yeah, it was great. But my heart isn't in it. None of this feels real. Still, I lean in and kiss her. It's gentle, the kind of kiss I've given her 100 times before, but it feels hollow. My mind flashes back to Grayson, how everything about that moment felt right in a way I can't explain. The way his lips felt against mine, how his hands fit perfectly on my waist, how everything else just disappeared. Guilt churns in my stomach. I'm standing here, kissing Cindy, the girl I'm supposed to love, but all I can think about is Grayson. She pulls back, her eyes searching mine with adoration. Good night, she whispers. I watch her slip inside, leaving me standing alone on her porch. I should feel something, relief maybe, but all I feel is this growing pit in my chest. I have her, but my heart's not here, somewhere else, with someone else. By the time I make it home, my body is exhausted, but my mind won't stop racing. I fall onto my bed, the mattress sinking beneath me. I close my eyes, but all I see is Grayson, that kiss, that moment we shared. My eyes snap open, wide and staring at the ceiling, the darkness pressing in around me. What if someone saw us? The cameras at school, the ones nobody ever thinks about. What if we're on footage, kissing? God, what if we're on tape? I can't breathe. My mind twirls. If anyone finds out, if Cindy finds out, what my entire world is shatters tomorrow. I can see Cindy's face now, hurt, angry, humiliated. She doesn't deserve this. And Grayson, what if he feels the same? Would he leave me? The dark room spins. I squeeze my eyes shut, but it only makes it worse. I see it all so vividly. The footage leaked all over school, my face plastered across every phone screen, my name on everyone's lips. My gut stabs itself, my mouth dries up. Come morning, I sit at the long, polished dining table, my eyes trailing over the silverware, perfectly arranged in front of me. The smell of eggs Benedict, truffle-infused toast, and freshly brewed coffee, but I can't enjoy any of it. My family's chatter bounces off the pristine walls. It all feels too normal, too suffocating for what's going on inside me. Kim, as always, is first to sneer at something trivial. I just don't understand how people can drink black coffee. It's barbaric. They think they're being all rustic and grounded, but it's so low class. She adds oat milk and cinnamon. I stare at my fork, the tines sharp, their reflection in the perfectly polished plate, giving me something to focus on other than the pounding in my chest. My mind is still racing. My stomach knots at the thought of the cameras, the footage. Someone knowing. Father nods toward the window, at a gay couple jogging hand in hand. That's what's wrong with this country. No wonder we're losing the war. He glowers at the men. The property value will plummet. Tom impersonates our dad for brownie points. My throat tightens. I sit up straight in my chair. I keep my face blank, expressionless, because if I react, if I let anything slip, they'll know. They'll see through me. How's that brain yoga going, Jay? Sam asks while eating. Are you focused yet? Or is your mind still all over the place? My mother looks up from her plate, something shifting in her eyes. She sets down her fork. Jace, I got a call from the school. My heart breaks. Oh God. No. The room pauses, but somehow I'm still breathing. My eyes dart to her. I'm paralyzed in my chair. She found out. My mind screams. The cameras saw us. I'm going to die. I'm sure they can see something in my face. A crack in the mask I wear. My hands grip my knees to keep from shaking. You forgot your book bag. Relief hits me, I almost gasp. But I don't. I keep still, nodding. Just the bag. Just the damn bag. I'm safe. Oh. I guess I had a hiccup at the dance. My voice sounds more normal than I feel. Sam's still waiting for an answer. Yeah, the brain yoga is intense. But my dedication is improving. Another lie as smooth as the coffee I haven't touched. Good. Your grades should follow. Mom concludes. Yeah. I'm still going early for extra studying. Keep that mentality. Dad is proud. Gym shouldn't be an issue today. Not at all. Hell. Now I gotta push myself. Cindy and I go through our usual morning routine like clockwork. She's already out front with protein shakes. Morning, sleepyhead. She chirps, handing me a bottle. Morning, I mumble, taking the shake. The vanilla flavor hits my tongue. I swallow it down, but I'm not really tasting anything. My mind is miles away. We grab our bikes, heading out. Cindy's ponytail bounce with every pedal stroke. I love it. I love us together. Every time she glances over her shoulder with that carefree grin, my heart rumbles. Cece leads the way to the forest for our fun time. Can we skip the forest? I have a test. The lie rolls off my tongue with practiced ease. She pouts, deflated over the change. I lean to kiss her. I'll make it up to you. Sure. My girl pretends like she wasn't robbed of my affection. I can't tell her the truth, that riding through the forest like nothing's wrong is a betrayal to myself. That every time I think about the dance, it's not about her. It's my crush. The ride is quiet, just the hum of tires on pavement. She's mad, or curious as to why I don't want her. I hope we're not fighting. I've never seen her so mute. Grayson is in the computer lab on the sofa. He's hunched over a book, scribbling in the margins, completely focused. For a second, I hesitate. I could just walk away, pretend like I never saw him, avoid it all. But my feet move before I can stop them. I hover over his shoulder, glancing at the book. What's that? He looks up, surprised by me. Oh, hey. Gray smirks. It's a playbook. Coach has me writing it as a challenge. Something about enhancing my tactical thinking. He rolls his eyes, but there's a hint of gloating in his voice. I sit down across from him, my mind going elsewhere. I lower my voice, barely above a whisper. Last night was a mistake. We weren't thinking. The cameras may have recorded it all. He pauses, the pen in his hand halting above the page. His brows knit together. Yeah, you're right. We should have thought about the cameras. We need to be careful. My stomach clenches at the word careful. That's not what I want to hear. I want to hear that it's over, that we're stopping this before it blows up. But the words don't come. I just stare at him, lost and scared. I should say it. I should end this. But every time I open my mouth to speak, the thought of never seeing him again, never feeling him again, stops me. Grayson shifts in his seat, glancing around the room to make sure we're alone. We'll figure something out. A lump grows in my throat. I don't feel relief. I feel trapped, caught between what I know I should do and what my heart won't let me do. First period is argument and debate. As soon as I take my seat, I already know I'm going to crash and burn. Today's topic, school suspension policies. I'm supposed to argue in favor of stricter enforcement, but I can't shake the nervous energy bubbling my core. I've spent hours crafting the perfect argument, but now, as I face my opponent, some overconfident kid who thrives in these debates, I'm a deer caught in headlights. A peer goes first, rattling off stats and slick talking points, effortlessly commanding the room. When it's my turn, I stand up, hands trembling slightly, my notes dead weight in my hands. Suspension, I begin, my voice low and hesitant, is necessary to maintain order. If students think they can get away with anything, it disrupts the learning environment. The words are all there, but my voice stumbles, my sentences awkwardly spaced out like I'm searching for the right rhythm and failing miserably. The other guy smirks, sensing my weakness, and tears into me with a barrage of questions that leaves me stammering. I try to respond but come up short. By the end, I sink into my chair, my cheeks flushed as the teacher moves on. Next up is tech. A pop quiz about new advances in motion detection for cars, stuff I've read up on obsessively. As soon as I see the first question, my mind clicks into gear. I breeze through it, nailing every answer with confidence. The sensors used, the coding behind motion algorithms, how it integrates with automatic braking systems. The class is still writing by the time I finish. I hand in the quiz with a small, satisfied smile. I'm in my element here, no doubt about it. In gym, me and my brothers run suicides. The whistle blows and we're off, sprinting to each wall with no difficulty. My legs burn, but I push harder. Every drop of sweat is fuel for the storm inside me. The kiss with Grayson flashes through my mind. I push even harder. 10 runs in, and I'm still going strong, showing off alongside my brothers, each of us moving like we were built for this. Godlike. Gladiators. At lunch, I sit with Cindy. I don't know why, but guilt gnaws at me, and I feel like I need to apologize, to fix whatever's happening between us, even if she doesn't know what it is. Hey, I'm sorry about earlier. She smiles, soft and forgiving, like she always is. Her arms wrap around my neck, pulling me into a hug. It's okay, Jay. Don't worry about it. Just like that, everything smooths over, at least on the surface. But inside, the tension's still there, unresolved. History is a bore, as always. The teacher drones on about the founding fathers. I force myself to stay awake, jotting down half-hearted notes. It's easy to zone out, but somehow I make it through the class. Band is a different story. I've been working on different rhythms in each hand. Today, I finally make some progress. The teacher has us run through heart and soul. My hands move more naturally than they did last week. There are still a few mishaps, but I'm getting better. Each note feels a little more precise, a little more fluid. After school, I head to my locker, throwing my books inside. I hear someone approaching. I glance over and see Grayson. His expression casual, but there's something in his eyes that says otherwise. He leans in, pretending to swap notebooks with me for some school assignment. We exchange the books, both of us keeping up the act. I nod at him, trying to stay cool. He walks away without saying a word. When I open the notebook, something slips out. A note. My stomach flips as I unfold it. Jace, there's no other way to say this, but I hate seeing you with Cindy. It hurts. I know we can't be that way around people. Let's meet at Franklin Park tomorrow morning. Gray. I clench the paper in my hand before shoving it back in the notebook. There's no easy answer to this. I can't just turn off what I feel for my girlfriend and channel it to him. I know the burn of rejection is painful. I get his struggle. I don't know what to do. I'm in way deeper than I ever planned to be. Chapter 7. Other half. I can't sleep, not with my mind running circles around itself. I'm restless, hurling darts at the board above my bed. Each throw hits the mark, but it doesn't settle the noise in my head. The lamp in the corner casts long shadows across the room, making everything feel even bigger, emptier. I should be tired, exhausted, but my body won't shut down. Not tonight. Grayson's note keeps flashing in my mind. Franklin Park tomorrow morning. His words are a challenge. My hands grip the darts. My breaths come in short bursts. I know what he wants. I know what I want. But damn it, this could be a huge mistake. If I go to that park, if I meet him, anything could happen. Once we're alone, once we're face to face without anyone else around, what's stopping us? My gut twists just thinking about it. What if it goes further than just kissing? The thought sends my heart racing, my palms sweat. Grayson and I, together, could happen, could really happen, and I can't decide if that excites me or terrifies me. I step out onto the porch, needing the cold night air to clear my head. The porch is massive, stretching out wide, big enough to swallow me whole. I sit down on the top step, staring at the street beyond. It's dead quiet, not a single soul in sight, just me and this empty road. I try to concentrate on the calm of the night, but all I can think about is tomorrow. Going to the park will unlock more of me. I know one step will mean there's no going back. But then, what if I don't go? What if I stay here in this box, this life where I'm the straight guy with the perfect girlfriend? Staying home would jail me as heterosexual for eternity. It'll be safe, but suffocating. I rub my hands over my face, trying to push the thoughts away, but they won't stop. The two versions of myself battle, the one everyone expects me to be and the one I'm terrified to become. I've already kissed him. I've already crossed that line. What's stopping me from crossing another one? I sigh, staring out at the dark street, weighing each outcome. I close my eyes, trying to steady my breathing. The morning's coming, whether I'm ready for it or not. I just have to figure out which side of myself I'm going to listen to, the part that wants to follow the heart or the part that's stuck on a string. The puppet may win. A wave of pity crash over me. The thought of leaving Grayson standing alone at that park, waiting for me, gnaws at my conscience. I'd be abandoning him, just when he's found a companion. That's cold-hearted. I don't go back inside fearing I'll be heard. I got lucky not being caught sneaking out. I'm not sure how long I peer at the empty street. Hours pass, while I rewind all my inner turmoil on repeat. My mind can't perform obstacle courses as I want it to. Before I know it, dawn is rising. Without thinking too hard, I grab my bike from the side of the garage. The cold air stings my face as I ride. My legs pump the pedals faster. My chest rumbles not just from the physical exertion but from the decision I've made. I'm going to Franklin Canyon Park. I coast downhill, the gravel crunching beneath my tires. It's autumn. The park is dressed in all its fall glory. The air smells of damp leaves and earth, a crisp bite hanging in the breeze. The trees are painted in fiery reds, burnt oranges, and deep yellows, their leaves fluttering down like confetti. There's a lake nearby, the still water reflecting the orange hue of the early morning sky. It's peaceful, the kind of peaceful that makes you want to stay forever. The path leading into the park is lined with leaves, crunching softly under my wheels. I slow down, taking in the scene around me. The tall oak trees tower above, their twisted branches reaching up like arms. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting golden light on the trail. A few benches are scattered around, mostly empty this early in the morning. Except for us. In a few minutes, I'll see Grayson. We'll be alone, with no restrictions or people to judge. I pedal deeper into the park, my thoughts tangled. I see him. Grayson. He's striding toward me, pushing his own bike. His shoulders are relaxed, but there's strain in his steps. He's thinking just as hard about what's to come. He sees me too. We keep moving, both of us biking until we're close enough. The space between us is fierce, charged with everything we haven't said. Somewhere in the middle of the path, our bikes act as a physical barrier. Grayson rests a hand on the seat of his bike, his indigo eyes never leaving mine. Jace. The sound of my name from his mouth crippled my brain. My soul disintegrates. The note. He continues, his voice a whisper. I didn't mean to sound rude. I know. It's just, it's not easy finding someone like me. He shifts his weight to the side nervously. I guess I'm being selfish. I don't want to lose this. You won't, we're in this together. But you're with her? His depression seeps deep to his core. His words are an ache incarnated. A yearning I've usually heard from a girl. Not a guy. His irises are so guarded. So raw. He's teetering on the edge, close to breaking. I swallow hard, unable to look away from his pain. Grayson. I start, but I don't know what to say. The truth sits heavy in my throat. Too complicated. Too messy. It's not that simple. His lips tighten into a thin line. I get it. You don't have to explain. I know it's not easy. But Jace, I can't help what I feel. I didn't plan this. I didn't plan us. I die every time I see you with her. I'm being erased from the world. I don't know if I can keep going. He's putting everything out, everything I'm afraid to admit and to acknowledge. I don't know what to do. My voice cracks, I sound powerless. It's not just about Cindy. There's so many pieces. If I go down this way, I don't know if I can come back. Then don't. His voice is firm, but his hands tremble on his bike handles. Don't try to come back. I'm sick of always thinking about what we'll lose. Aren't you tired of playing perfect? Of course, I am. I bite my lip, eyeing at the ground, trying to breathe through the confusion. But I'll lose my family. And Cindy. What about what you want? Are you going to keep sacrificing everything just to make them happy? I shake my head. The word no refuses to come out. How long will we stay trapped? When can we choose? The fact that we're both here, that we got this far, says something. Yeah. It says that we're about to burn everything. I retort, the weight of it all crushing me. No. It says that we've found a way. His hand tightens on the bike seat, knuckles white. I'm not saying you should drop your girlfriend, but you can't keep living a lie. I know. I give a shaky mutter. But if I do, what am I left with? What will I have? You'll have me. We don't have to know what happens next. That's out of our hands. He steps closer, his gaze intense. Gray pivots his neck to capture my lips. A slow kiss. The warmth of the day cocoons me. A lovely reminder of this new beginning. I'm weightless as a bird, floating on a cloud. The brush of his lips taunt me. It's dizzying, so much that I nearly forget about Cindy. I shake my head, deciding to visit a flower shop. I've got to make things right. I at least need to balance out this situation. I can't give Gray more than I give my girlfriend. I step inside, browsing vibrant bouquets. She loves pink roses. I get why. They're sweet and delicate. I grab the bouquet and pay. I arrive at Cindy's house with the roses in hand. I send her a text. I'm outside. I hear her feet clattering fast down the steps. I hold out the flowers so they're the first thing she sees. Jace, they're beautiful. She tiptoes to kiss me. I'm sorry for being distant, I say, handing her the bouquet. I've had a lot on my mind. She smells the roses, her eyes twinkling. It's okay. Let's forget it. We can watch a movie. Sure. We settle on her couch. She grabbed the remote to flip through the channels. How about Tristan and Isolde? She snuggles me. It fits the mood. I wrap my arms around her waist. I can't help but get lost in the story. Tristan, the warrior, falls for Isolde after she saves his life. But they're from opposing worlds. They can't be together, yet fate binds them. The two drink a love potion, sealing their bond. This strikes a punch to my gut. It's a perfect metaphor. That potion is the duties society assigns. What if Cindy is my only option? But then again, Isolde was promised to another man. Maybe I'm in her place. I'm the one breaking the trust with broken passion. After the movie, I head home, my mind still a blur. I have lessons. I sit at the piano, my fingers hovering over the keys as Mr. Scott monitors me with an encouraging smile. Tonight we'll learn to read sheet music. Mr. Scott opens the book. Ode to Joy by Beethoven. He taps his pencil on the page. This one's great for reading and playing simultaneously. I glance a bit of nervousness. The notes look foreign. Let's start with the treble clef, he says, pointing to the top staff. Remember, the notes on the lines are E, G, B, D, F. Every good boy does fine. And the spaces are F, A, C, E, spelling out face. Position your thumb on middle C, and your second finger will be on E. Try it. I place my hands on the keys, the feel of the smooth ivory. I press the E, it rings out clear and bright. I begin to follow the notes slowly, E, E, F, G, carefully pressing each key in time with his counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the end of the lesson, I've managed to play through a rough version of the song. It's not perfect, but it's progress. See? You've got it, Mr. Scott beams. Just keep practicing. Afterwards, I head over to the backyard. Sam is setting up the patio for a trick shot session. He lines red cups along the pavement. Ready to get schooled? Sam teases, picking up a golf ball. In your dreams, I retort roughly, grabbing a ball to compete. We step back 30 feet. I focus on a cup. I can't miss or knock it over. I flick the ball ahead. It glides fast, knocking the first cup down. Shit! Tom lands his ball into a cup without wobbling it. Not even an inch. You're up, Sam. We take turns in the night. Even though I'm losing and being teased, I don't mind. Sometimes it's about bonding, not the score. Remember last summer? I ask, reminiscing. Yeah, I broke Dad's coffee cup. Sam laughs, recalling the mishap. We got better. I was always good, Tom fables. You dented Mom's car. I call him out. That didn't count. He sniggers. Yes, it did. Don't try to erase it to look cool. I bicker. Tom goes silent, admitting his defeat. Sam and I troll him by laughing. Our big brother shrugs. Okay, we all got better. But I'm top dog. Sam makes him eat his words by hitting 3 balls in a row. What was that? I couldn't hear you over the applause. Well, I have you beat in boxing. 'Cause you cheat by going for the nuts. That's a dick move, bro. I second. Okay. Tom drops the ball and spread out his arms. 2 against 1. You'll still lose. Sam moves first, jabbing Tom's shoulder with quick fists. Getting slow, old man? Tom yawns loudly. Slow, so slow. I step in with a quick fake and catch Tom with a hook to the ribs. He grunts, surprised. All right, now it's on. Tom throws a combo left hook right cross my way. I stumble back, laughing. Sam rushes him from behind, locking his arms around Tom's neck. Tom growls, trying to shake him off, but Sam holds him in a tight headlock. That's illegal, he argues, huffing loud. So is kicking our balls. Sam pulls Tom's arms up to expose his stomach, so I can lay blows there. We tag team our big bro, loving his downfall.